Hi dolls! Hi dolls, what's up and welcome back to another Fragrance Friday. Welcome. If you're new, you know what to do. Go ahead and click the subscribe button below and become a part of the family. My name is Z and I love to do tons of fun feminine content on this channel, so if that's something you're interested in, please be sure to press the bell notification so you're notified every time I post a new video. All of my social medias will be sprinkled in the description box below, so now that you know everything you need to know, let's go ahead and hop into this video. In today's video, we are going to be doing a blind buy review of the Pistachio Care by Paris Corner, or at least I think that's the name of the brand. I'm not entirely sure because of the way that the box is made. There's like three names: Care, Pistachio, and then Paris Corner. But I think it's Care Pistachio by Paris Corner. You guys can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I have been hearing everyone on TikTok raving about this viral fragrance, and I was like, you know what, I have to try it out because I love pistachio. I am a gourmand girly. Quick little disclaimer, so I love sweet cake cookie like scents, and all of the girlies were raving and saying that this is such a good pistachio scent. So I picked this one up off of TikTok Shop. It was a $13.88 for a, I think this is a 4-point. Girl, let me not get this wrong. Oh, it has an expiration date. It expires in 2028. Okay, good to know. This is a 3.4 ounce, so that's a pretty big bottle for $13, which kind of scares me because I'm like, is this going to be a good perfume or a bad perfume? Because everybody was raving about it though, so I'm just going to trust the TikTok shoppers and hope for the best. But I think that's a pretty cheap price. I do know that they do have it on sale right now for $11 because I did check earlier today. So if you guys want to get your hands on this, do go to TikTok Shop and check it out. They also sell it on Amazon, I believe, and there's also a Paris Corner Perfumes website that I believe you can purchase this from, I think. Don't quote me, but I'll try to leave links for everything in the description box below. Okay, so let's get into it. Pistachio Care by Paris Corner Perfumes, an EDP for men and women. Okay, so that's really good to know. So now I'm a little bit scared because when I think about pistachio, I think of like sweet, like super dense sweet gourmand scents, and I was really thinking that this was like a feminine perfume because all of the reviews I saw had women reviewing it, but it does say it can be for men or women, so that's a good note to know. That means there could possibly be some strong masculine notes in there, so we're gonna try this out and see what's going on. So let's go ahead and read the description. It says, introducing Pistachio Care, a fragrance that beckons with a symphony of top notes, including the invigorating Italian bergamot, creamy pistachio gelato, hazelnut richness. Okay, I want to see how they're gonna get the hazelnut in there, sweet rum, and a hint of cardamom warmth. This olfactory journey continues as heart notes unfold, blending geranium, white peony, magout, jasmine, raspberry, white peach, and pear into a lush floral and a fruity melody. This sounds like a lot of notes. That's scary because it just sounds like way too many notes put together. I don't know how that's gonna work out. As the fragrance evolves, the base notes weave a captivating tale where whipped cream and marshmallow create a soft embrace, joined by the whimsy of cotton candy and the sweet allure of Turkish delight accord. Okay, this is all sounding very, very tasty. I love it. The fragrance deepens with cocoa. Every time people try to do cocoa, I never smell it. Like, I never do. Cocoa, cedarwood, sandalwood, and tonka, forming a velvety foundation that exudes sophistication and sensuality. The top notes are Italian bergamot, pistachio gelato, hazelnut, sweet rum, and cardamom. It's the Italian bergamot scared me a little bit because that's like a little bit of a more of like a spicy masculine note in my opinion, and I don't know how that's gonna mix with pistachio gelato. Like, it's just kind of like, oh, it seems like we're throwing a lot of notes in there that I don't know will like marry together, but we'll see. The heart notes are geranium, that one word, geranium. I'll put it up on the screen, you guys. I don't know how to pronounce it. White peony, magout, jasmine, raspberry, white peach, and pear. And the base notes are whipped cream, marshmallow, cotton candy, Turkish delight, accord, cocoa, and cedarwood, sandalwood, and tonka. It's just like a lot of, I don't know, but we're gonna try her out. So yeah, you guys, that was the description. I think it was very elaborate, and you dolls know I'm extra. I love the elaborate description. So I am definitely looking forward to smelling all of those notes and also having the experience that they put in their description. So we're gonna see what happens. Here's what the box looks like. It's like a green color, and you guys, I'm wearing green today to match. Look, green and gold. It's really pretty. This is definitely giving me like princess vibes, definitely making me feel like Princess Jasmine. I don't know, that's just the vibes I get. I love the box and the design. Really, really nice. And by the way, there's no clear wrapper on here because I did already unbox this on TikTok, so that's why it's already open. I, however, did not smell it. I just unboxed it. So here's the inside. It's black. Could have did a different color, but it's okay. At least it's different. It's not the typical white. I think that's kind of cool. I think because they did describe it as a masculine and feminine fragrance, that the black makes sense. They're trying to give more of a masculine feel to it, because it definitely looks like Princess Jasmine on the outside, but on the inside it looks like Jafar. Okay, anyways, it is still a cute box either way. All right, so, ooh, I already seen it. So I already, oh no. Okay, so already off the bat, I'm gonna tell you guys, the packaging is cheap because look at the front of this. I don't know if you guys can see it closely, but there's like peeling, like the lettering's already peeling off, and I literally just took this out of the box. Like, I could see if I had been using it for years and like the lettering started to peel off. But for it to be like my first time taking it out of the box and the letter's already peeling, that's cheap packaging. I don't like that. The bottle, however, is really pretty green emerald color. I think this is really nice. It's also like a frosted bottle, which I love. It's not very often that you see fragrance designers using a frosted bottle. I've seen it before and I really do love it. I think it's so different. I also like their little symbol or logo on the front. I think that's really beautiful. The lid, you guys, is so elaborate. It's definitely giving me like Aladdin's crown or something. Like, doesn't it look like a hat, like a really pretty crown? I love the lid. I'm obsessed with that. I wish the bottle was pink, of course, but it's still a pretty bottle. Again, I don't like the cheapness of the name coming off. That is not cool at all. Let's see. Oh, look, you guys, the spray cap does match the lid, so it's the same exact color. I know the last fragrance I reviewed, the lid was like a different color, and I'm just like, why did you do that? Okay, so I like this packaging. The lid does appear to be like a heavy duty plastic, which most lids are, but the bottle is super heavy, so this is a really thick glass, which I really like. I wonder if the frost will start to peel. I'm just so nervous because this is already peeling. Okay, so, ooh, I don't know about that. Okay, so I'm gonna do an atmosphere test first. So I'm gonna spray it in the air just so we can get a cold sniff and see what it smells like off the bat. And then I'll do a warm test on my skin and see how it mixes with my natural oils. Okay, let's go ahead and try it out. Ooh, I love the spritz of that. Oh, oh, okay, first of all, okay, so first of all, it's very, 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 very strong scent. Very, 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 very potent. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Whew. Sorry guys, I had to sneeze there, but I was just trying to hold it. It's a very strong scent, and I'm trying to decide, but I don't think I like it. I don't think I like this one. I don't hate it. It's not a bad scent. It's just, it's giving cologne-y. I don't know. I'm kind of mad about this. Okay, it's you know what it smells like? It smells like a fresh, more like a fresh aquatic perfume. This is not for the gourmand girlies, and I'm pissed. Because I was really expecting to smell all the marshmallow, the cream, and all of these sweet notes that you mentioned in your description, but I'm getting more of like the bergamot notes and more of like the jasmine and more of like those type of notes than I'm getting of any type of like pistachio. I don't smell pistachio at all. And I know that there's a world where pistachio can be done in a non-gourmand way, and it can be done more along the lines of like a salty pistachio, but I'm not even getting that. Oh guys, this is so strong. Oh, and even here it says pistachio gelato. Gelato is an ice cream, you guys. It's a sweet ice cream. So the pistachio should be sweet. I don't smell anything sweet. This is not a gourmand fragrance. Girl, they lied to us. If you're a gourmand baby, do not pick this up. They lied. This is Italian bergamot. I smell that. I don't smell the pistachio gelato. Hazelnut, I really don't smell that in the air. I might come out a little bit more on my skin, but I'm not getting that. Sweet rum. Cardamom. I don't really smell cardamom either. There is a spicy note in there, but it's not giving cardamom. But I guess you could say that the spicy note is coming from the cardamom. There's something really, really strongly cologne-y about it. Not even perfumey, like cologne-y. And I guess that makes sense because it is a unisex fragrance, but I just don't like it. For me, I'm a very, very feminine person, so I like more feminine scents. There's also like a powdery note to this as well, but it's not like a soft powder. It is like a sharp powder. So if you're not a powder girl, you're probably, you're not gonna like this. White peony. I smell floral, but to me, I smell more of like a jasmine than a peony. But maybe the peony will come out on my skin more. I love peonies, so I'm hoping that that'll come out on my skin a little bit more. The Megout, I don't really smell. Jasmine, I definitely smell jasmine. I would say jasmine and the bergamot is what I smell the strongest. Raspberry, I don't smell raspberry. I don't smell white peach, and I don't smell pear either. I don't know where these notes are coming from. Okay, so the base notes are just completely out of nowhere. It says whipped cream. There is a little bit of like a creaminess to it, but I wouldn't call it whipped cream. When you say whipped cream, I'm thinking of something sweet. It's not a sweet cream. It's just like a milky cream, if that makes sense. Marshmallow, don't smell that. Cotton candy, definitely don't smell that. Turkish Delight Accord. I don't really smell that either. Cocoa, definitely don't smell that. Cedarwood, I smell. The sandalwood, I smell a little bit. And tonka, I smell. So I would say this is more along the lines of Italian bergamot. Maybe possibly a little bit of sweet rum mixed with whatever this geranium is, because I think that might be the strong cologne note that I can't put my finger on. Jasmine for sure, and I think the cedarwood, sandalwood, and tonka, those to me are so much stronger. The other notes that they mentioned all of these delightful gourmand notes, and I'm just not getting that. This is not a gourmand fragrance, you guys. This is definitely more of like, I mean, you could call it a gourmand fragrance, but if you did, I would call it more along the lines of like a perfumey gourmand. It's not a sweet fragrance. It's more along the lines of like a perfumey, powdery, creamy fragrance. Definitely unisex. Definitely leaning more for me along the lines of masculine than feminine. I love me a good unisex fragrance, but I tend to lean towards unisex fragrances that have a little bit more of a feminine energy than masculine. This is definitely giving me, in my opinion, more masculine than feminine. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to keep this or not. I have till February 28th to return it, and I'm heavily thinking about returning it. Like, I love the packaging and everything, but I just don't know where I would wear this to, and I honestly don't see myself picking this up in the future. So for me, this is not Princess Jasmine's fragrance. This is more like Aladdin's fragrance, if you know what I mean. So I mean, Princess Jasmine could definitely wear it, but I would definitely feel more like this would be Aladdin's fragrance. Okay, so this is like probably the quickest review I've ever done. Let's go ahead and get into spraying it on my skin and see what happens there. I don't even want to spray. It's so strong, you guys. Like, ooh. It's strong and not in a good way. And not in a good way. You know those guys who show up at dates and their cologne is like reeking? That's kind of what it's like. I definitely feel like if you wear this, pair this with like a sweet oil, and maybe it'll come out a little bit different. And also a little bit of it goes a very long way. So you definitely don't want to douse yourself in this. If you are a guy picking this up, just spray a little bit, babe. Don't come to the date dousing in it. It's a lot. Ooh, it's not giving pistachio though. Like, why did they say pistachio? I can smell a little bit more sweeter on my skin, So I do kind of feel like I can smell more of like the creamy note, like more of a whipped cream. It is coming out a little bit better on my skin. It's not as cologne-y on my skin as it is in the air. I guess I do smell the pistachio a little bit, but it's so light. Like, and don't get me wrong, pistachio is a light scent anyway, or a light flavor, but this is just like, I do smell a little bit more of the raspberry on my skin than I smelt in the air. I didn't smell that at all. I do not smell cocoa at all. So I will say I do like this a little bit better on my skin. Maybe I'll keep it and try it out for a while and see what the longevity is giving, and see if I start picking it up a little bit more. I just don't feel like I would pick this up that much. And I also feel like because the fragrance is so strong, girl, I feel like I'm getting a headache from it. So I'm just like, this just may not be the fragrance for me. I feel like they just added too many notes in there, and it just made it kind of put it all over the place. And I'm one of those people where I kind of lean towards the things that are more definite than things that are kind of up in the air. And I just feel like this fragrance that just had so much going on, it was a little too much. I'm not gonna lie, I'm underwhelmed and I'm a little disappointed. Because I was really expecting to smell like a gelato pistachio. I don't get gelato, but I will say it does smell really, really good on my skin than it does in the air. Well, not really, really good. It does smell better on my skin than it does in the air. I do smell a bit more of the hazelnut. That Italian bergamot is still there very strongly on my skin. Cardamom. I smell a little bit of cardamom in there. I do smell the sweet rum. I don't know what this geranium is, but I do smell like strong cologne scent. White peony. Ooh, I do smell the peony. There she is. As it dries down, it does go more into a sweet note with like peony. So I do like that. I still smell the jasmine pretty strong. I told you guys I smelled the raspberry a little bit more. I did not smell the peach in the air. And I don't smell peach on my skin. I smell a little bit of pear, or a note that could be credited to the pear note. It's like a marshmallow whipped cream. Cotton candy. I don't really get cotton candy, but I do smell more of like the Turkish Delight Accord on my skin. I feel like I do smell a Turkish Delight type of scent. Cocoa, no. Cedarwood, yes. And sandalwood, yes. And tonka, yes. All of the notes that I smelt in the air, I still smell them on my skin, but I'm just getting a little bit more of the sweeter notes on my skin than I was getting in the air. So, you know, guys, I just really, this fragrance just threw me off. Like, I really don't know really what to say about this fragrance. It's just, I feel like it's just so much going on, and there's so many notes to try to pick up. It's really hard. I want to say it's a strong pistachio, but I would say it's more of like a sweet cologne-y scent with a hint of floral in there. But is it really sweet though? It's not overly sweet. It's like a light sweetness that comes on the dry down of it. Once it starts to dry down into that like cedar wood and all of those notes, then you start to smell a little bit of the pistachio. You start to smell a little bit of the raspberry come through. You start to smell a little bit more of the sweet notes. But it definitely starts off on a high of like masculine, cologne-y energy, and then it goes down into like a sweet feminine energy, which is really beautiful story. I love how they did that. I just wish that they had a little less notes, because I feel like they threw a lot of stuff in there and it was just hard to smell. And also I just feel like it's a very, very strong, abrasive cologne. They could have scaled it back a little bit. Like, the potency is very, very high, and it's not high in the sweet notes, it's high in the cologne notes. So that for me is a little bit of a I would definitely, if I did wear this fragrance, I would probably let it sit on me for a while, or pair it with a sweet oil or a sweet lotion and let it sit in my skin for a while until it kind of came down, because the up is not good. I don't like the up of the fragrance. I like the down notes of it. Yeah, like I could deal with this, but I couldn't deal with the initial spray. Anyways, okay, so let's go ahead and get into rating the fragrance. Okay, so let's start off with my favorite, which is the packaging. I think the packaging is really cute. I feel like it does tell a lot of the story that was mentioned in the description. However, it is cheap packaging, because I just opened the box and already you guys can see like the letters on it is coming off. So I don't like that about it. So I'm gonna knock it off a few points for that. The bottle is nice and heavy and glass, and I love me a frosted bottle. The lid is plastic, but other than that, I also love the spray cap. It was very aromatic. It came out like in a round burst instead of like a straight on spritz. Really do like that. And so I would rate the packaging out of 10. I would give the packaging a 6.5 out of 10 because I think it is really pretty packaging. I just think the name, the letters should not be coming off. That shows me that it's kind of cheap, and I don't like that because when you see things like that, it kind of tells you what to expect in the fragrance, right? Because like if I'm doing a blind buy, I don't know how this smells already. I'm going off of the description that was given to me and also the packaging. So if I saw like the letters like this in the store messed up, I would be like, okay, that's cheap perfume. I'm not picking it up. So that's why I feel like packaging is so important, and I keep talking about it, and I even rate the packaging. I don't know if other fragrance reviewers rate their packaging, but I definitely feel like you have to because it definitely contributes to the overall experience of the fragrance. So like I said, packaging does tell the story, but I had to give it a 6.5, at the most a 7 for me for packaging. Okay, dolls, so let's talk about price point. This was $14.88. I feel like it's a really good price, especially if you're someone who's into like cologne scents and you're into unisex fragrances. I feel like you will like this fragrance. It's just not my vibe. I do want to try new fragrances, which is why I did a blind buy. So maybe I will keep this and just try it out a little bit longer. But for me, the price point being $15 for a 3.4 ounce, I think that's still a steal either way. You do get a lot of fragrance. The bottle is really nice and it is pretty potent. I will talk to you guys about the longevity in the comments a little bit later. Obviously, I can't give you an accurate longevity test in this video because we're only sitting here for a few minutes. I'll rate it a 10 out of 10 for price point. I feel like you get a lot of fragrance and it is pretty potent. So if you like it and it lasts pretty long, it's worth it. Let's go ahead and talk about potency. Girl, the potency is at a 12, okay? This is giving me Victoria's Secret Bombshell potency. It is super strong. That fragrance shot up my nose to my eyes and I immediately had to sneeze. And even now I'm getting a little bit of a headache from it. So for me, it is a very abrasive perfume. So for me, I'm gonna give it a 12 out of 10. It's a little too strong for me, in my opinion. Well, I feel like if it was a fragrance that I absolutely love, like if I loved all the notes and it was this strong, I would love this fragrance. I'm just not obsessed with all of the notes. I don't like that superly strong masculine scent, like cologne scent. I just don't like that. But I feel like if you're somebody who does, this is going to be a 10 out of 10 for you. So I'm gonna give potency, in my opinion, a 12 out of 10 because it is super potent for me. So really quick, let's just go over the notes. I know we already went into them super in detail, so I will not take up a lot of time going over that. I just did not smell enough of that pistachio gelato. When you say pistachio gelato, that is a sweet scent. If it was just pistachio without the gelato behind it, then you could argue the point that it does smell a little bit like a salty pistachio, but because it had gelato behind it, I just don't smell the ice cream. I also didn't smell a lot of the sweet nose. The raspberry didn't come out until later on my skin, and it was very, very faint. To me, this smelled more of like a bergamot, cedarwood, cologne-y, floral, powdery, with a little bitty bit of sweetness in there. And the only sweetness that I could probably argue that was kind of there was the cardamom a little bit, and only because there is a spiciness to this fragrance. But other than that, you guys, I really wasn't getting that. Like, I was expecting to be like laying in a bed of pistachio macarons with cotton candy and, you know, marshmallows and ice cream, like pistachio ice cream. Like, I was expecting to have that experience, and I don't feel like this gave that to me. And even when I read the description, I wasn't getting what I was expecting. But that's what you get when you do a blind buy. So no harm done here. I am still happy that I picked it up because it is a different type of fragrance that I feel like I typically would not have gravitated towards. So I'm happy that I'm trying out new fragrances, and I am going to try to keep it maybe for a week and try it out and see if I end up picking it up more and I like it. If not, I am going to definitely be returning this because, girl, I already have a headache. See, that's the other thing. Do I really want to be wearing a perfume that's going to be giving me a headache? I don't know about that. So for the notes, I'm gonna rate it, for me, a 3 out of 10. I just feel like it wasn't giving what was supposed to be gave. I did not smell everything as strongly mentioned in a description as they had said, and it was just a lot of stuff that was missing, and there was a flop for me. And it just, for me, it wasn't for me. That's all I'm gonna say, is that they lied. They lied, and I'm mad. No. Okay, so this gets a 3 out of 10 for me. And like I said, it was only because on my skin, on the come down, it started to brighten up a little bit. Other than that, and I also just wanted to credit them for doing a unisex fragrance that was very transitional, because it did start out very masculine and it did go down into a feminine note. So I really did like that they did that way, but just the notes for me and everything just wasn't my taste. I don't know, I'm just so torn, because I think what's tearing me with this is that I really want to love it, and I had so many high expectations for it, but I just don't love it. And I think it's like kind of devastating. But I think I'm gonna have to rate this fragrance a 2.8 for me. And the reason why is just, it's just not my style. And also it's just, yeah, it's just not my style, to be honest. I do feel like I could possibly wear this in the future, but if I did, I definitely need to pair it with something sweet. And I also would have to wait for it to dry down into my skin. Like, now that it's dry in my skin, I'm like, okay, I don't mind this. Okay, dollies, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope it was very helpful for you if you are thinking about purchasing this perfume. Don't just go by what I say, because I have my own like taste and I have my own scent buds. So things that appeal to me may not appeal to you. Also, what smells a certain type of way on my skin may not smell that way on your skin. We all have different body chemistries. So your skin might pick up all of those pistachio gelato sweet notes. My skin just did not pick that up with the natural oils. So keep that in mind. Definitely try these fragrances out for yourself, but just in my opinion, this was kind of like a flop for me. But I'm gonna take the L, and with that, I'm gonna give it back to you guys, because I love you guys. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you dolls in the next video. Bye. Bye, dolls. Hey dolls, what's up, and welcome. Wait, what's wrong with my eyes? Hi dolls. You guys can correct me in the description, girl, no. In today's video, we are going to be reviewing, what is this called? Dang, this is a long, okay. The fragrance notes are, the top fragrance notes are Italian bergamot, Germanian. Okay, so that was oh, I didn't even give it a rating. Okay, let's be real, I'm disappointed. There's nothing better than that. Baby girl back in her bag, yeah.